Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of the Full Spectrum Podcast. My name is Trey.
I am Rungren.
Got some stuff to talk about tonight. Not as much as we might normally have, because there weren't
Yeah.
any reviews that come up, and there
Nope.
wasn't a ton of news before the Game Awards this week.
Yeah.
We got more announcements than I thought we would, though, so we'll see how that goes. That's interesting. But
Yeah.
I think it'll still be a good time. We got a couple topics ready for just in case, and of course, we ramble on about stuff for a long time anyway.
I did.
You missed the
Try
opening
to.
joke. It was a fun one, I
Nice.
think, this time. It didn't go as long as I thought it would, but it was fun.
Not only was it authentic frontier gibberish,
Yep.
but he said exactly what needed to be said.
Title.
Yes.
That's such a good movie.
An amazing movie.
Yep. Willy Wonka. That's how I think of him every time.
The Gene Wilder?
Yeah.
Yeah. Name's Jim, but my friends call me Jim. The new Willy Wonka, I don't know who that kid is playing Wonka.
Yeah.
The voice sounds his voice mannerisms from the trailers I saw, like, all right, that kind of works. Kind of got the look too. I don't know how the movie will be, but it didn't seem too bad of a casting choice.
Timothy Chalamet?
Yeah,
Chalamet?
Well. Maybe. Is it French Chalamet?
Maybe? He was in the 2021 Dune movie that I didn't watch. I don't know if you.
Yeah, I'm not what the no.
Yeah.
No,
I have no
they've
reason
never.
to.
They honestly the best Dune. It was probably the miniseries they did on, as far as visual media.
Yeah.
Was probably the miniseries they did on Sci-Fi back when it was spelt correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did that because the '80s movie was Sting, and that was just not even close.
Yeah. Right.
Not very good. And then
Samuel in Sweet Tooth and Eric in Law & Order.
Sweet Tooth, huh? Was he in Sweet Tooth?
Apparently, Samuel in the short, not the TV series, 2008 short.
Oh, okay. Because that's Wonka was very weird. Yes, yeah. Willy Wonka and the Wanking Factory. Yeah, that was a different movie.
It was in Interstellar. He was.
Right on. Go through that. Did you know they're making a John Carter from Mars 2?
No. Why?
I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know why Disney does anything.
That's.
He's there. You
know.
So.
Hopefully that's not what our. Oh, go ahead.
No, all right. John Connor from Mars. I would like that movie much better.
Too, yeah, that's pretty good.
Heck yeah.
I was gonna say, hopefully, Disney doesn't have too much to do with our quiz tonight.
No, it's about the alphabet.
Oh no.
Let's see if you know the alphabet.
Okay.
If you're ready for it, we will. I'll get my notes up here.
I am prepared, but as we know, I am a certified idiot.
Yeah. We shall see. So knowing your ABCs. Yeah, well, you know your ABCs. All right. I got my list over here. All right, there you go. You ready for the first question? You ready to do this pop quiz? All right. What?
Hey.
What is the shortest word that uses all 5 vowels in the English language? That's how many letters it has, Dark.
Is it bad that this is not my guess, but my first guess was charcuterie, which doesn't even have an O?
No. A charcuterie board, that's
trying to think of words that I know that have them all. Is it aioli?
No, no,
Aioli doesn't
you.
have a U. Ah.
Yeah, this might be a little bit cheating. You can call me out on it once, but it's sequoia,
No,
the
I don't think that's
tree.
cheating. That's absolutely. They're all in there.
Yeah, Sequoia.
I don't think that's
Okay,
cheating. Also, hello Waverly.
what's up, y'all? Okay, okay. Well, I'll get the X right there.
Such a
All
beautiful
right, all right.
word too, sequoia.
Sequoia, yeah. 0. All right. All right. What does the D in D-Day stand for?
My brain keeps saying destination. I don't think that's right. Is it drop day?
Nope. 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 Kind of dumb, actually, because it stands for day hence.
Oh, of course it does.
Day hence
Yeah,
day.
yeah,
In France, it's jour.
yeah.
I don't know if that helps any, but all right. That's
Sure.
that's all,
Like
that's all right.
day.
That's all
It's day day.
right. Day hence. Day hence day. Um, that was crazy time. Okay. What? What's the only letter in the alphabet that has 3 syllables?
Only letter in the alphabet that is
Yeah. I realize you're running through the whole alphabet right now, but that's all right.
trying. Is it W?
It
W.
is W.
Okay.
Yes. Before you talk yourself out of it, I'm going to go ahead and give you that one so you get
Thank
one
you.
right.
Thank
All
you.
right.
You know what I appreciate about this one so far? They've been
What?
very difficult questions. You haven't demeaned me at all this time. So far, you've been very supportive and I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's a little too easy.
There's 7 questions to
Yeah,
go though, so
yeah, right. You got to there. And besides, kind of realize I don't have to. You're gonna by the time we finish this quiz, everybody's gonna know.
yeah, they already
All
do.
right, all right, all right. Okay, I'll go through this one slowly. Okay.
Hmm.
AEIOUHKLMNP and W are the 12 letters of what alphabet?
Greek final answer. That's very wrong now that I say it out loud.
Yeah.
Yeah, because alpha
I
is
didn't,
right there. Theta, yeah.
yeah. No, no, no,
Oh,
no, no. It's actually the 12 letters of the Hawaiian alphabet.
okay, that makes sense. Yep.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Come on.
Out of all of the choices I could go with,
Yeah. Is what it is.
yep,
Understand you're under pressure.
yep.
All right. The easy one. It is also English, but those 12 letters are. No, no, you shouldn't. No, no. I won't do that. But we'll keep moving on.
My first thought was Egyptian, and then I was like, no, Thoth proves that wrong right away. And then I was like, Hebrew. I was like, no, Hebrew has way more than 12. What's wrong with you?
I
No,
don't
I went
know.
Greek.
All right. All right. On a bingo card, what letters column contains a free space?
It's in.
Very good, sir. Very good. That puts you up at your average of getting 2 right out of 10. That's pretty good.
Yeah. That means I have a chance
Okay.
to be above average now.
Yes. 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 Makes you feel any better. Everybody knew that one. The
I liked it more when you were supportive.
What is the longest word that doesn't contain the vowels A, E, I, O, or U? Once again, it's 7 letters.
Doesn't contain any of the vowels A, I, O, or U.
Yeah.
We're talking about English word?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Because I could have cheated. We weren't talking English words.
That's not a word.
I'm going to be so upset when you say it in a minute. But I'm trying to
Probably.
think of a guess right now that doesn't have a vowel in it. Oh, that's got an E on the end. Let's go with, so that we don't just bog this show down with this one question that I've been on for over a minute now already. Let's go with. That also has an E on the end. Um.
Nice try, Dark.
Let's go
Hey, that
with.
didn't count either. Goodness. Remas. No. No. I think Remas like collapsed on their keyboard. I'm not sure.
I haven't looked at chat, but I will in a moment.
Yes.
I don't want to get spoiled if they have the right answer. Let's go with. Synth?
Not a bad guess. Rhythms.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
There you go, Dark.
Perfect timing.
Heck yeah. You definitely get a point for that one. That's awesome, Dark. Good job.
What is Derskjberg?
Yeah, I think it fell on the keyboard. All right. I'm looking at this should be easy.
Okay.
There's only one word that ends in the letters MT. What is it?
The one word that ends in MT. Exempt?
Exempt.
Oh. And it didn't have that word.
It rhymes with that though. Remas coming through.
Is it dreamt?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yes, it is. Good job. Good job.
I thought for sure I had it with exempt until you said it out loud, and I was like,
Yeah. And then you realize, no, I understand. All right.
oh, Remus got
So
that
here.
one too. Nice.
Yes. Mountain. I understand. Understand, Dark, completely. Your brain gets stuck. Just go dung, dung, dung against the wall like a. I feel you.
7 is all I will say.
I know. Dark, I get it. I really do. So, name the fictional impish supervillain in the Superman comic books whose 8-letter name does not have a vowel.
Mr. Mixelplex.
That's it, buddy. If you didn't get that one, I was going to quit.
I know my Superman at least. I may not know
If you-
geography or history or math or no
I'll
Superman.
try to come up with a Superman quiz you can't do anything
Oh
about.
no.
Very close. Very close. Yes. Nerd.
It will.
Nice. Well, yes, I will. Okay, here's a pretty easy one. I think you get. What 4-letter sports media giant is headquartered in Bristol, Connecticut?
ESPN?
That is it. Yes.
Come on, Trey.
All right.
Thanks, Will.
Yes, I will. I'll repeat it for you. I said, what 4-letter sports media giant is headquartered in the Bristol, Connecticut? That was the question.
I'm like ESPN or something.
All right. Espen The
Hurry up,
TV show.
Rundgren.
Yes, that's the one it is. All right, all right, all right, all right. Question number 10.
Okay.
All right. You're already doing better than average. Not bad today, buddy.
Thank you.
All right. So, the letter I, okay? A letter I appears 6 times in what 14-letter word? That's 4, Faith.
A 14-letter word, so it's not supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
No, and I doesn't appear that many times in that.
Oh, okay. Can't be Glockenspiel because there's not enough I's in that.
Types it together. Fair enough. Fair enough.
My brain is stuck on Taika Waititi's name for some reason, and that's not the answer either.
That's no.
A lot of I's in there though.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's go with. There's 6 I's.
Let me count them to make sure, because I don't want to. Want to double check it here. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep.
Is it tryptophobia? Not enough
No.
I's in that. No.
No. There's 1 I in that, and it's the end, right? Because the trip is Y, isn't it?
Yeah, the trip is Y.
Okay.
Oh.
It's indivisibility.
Oh, I wouldn't have thought of that word, but yeah.
Okay, I'll get 1 bonus.
Oh, Dark got that one. Wow.
Yeah. Hey.
Congratulations,
Hey.
Dark.
And Dark's been doing good. So, give me a word that has ADAC in the middle of it.
The middle of it.
In the middle of it.
Shadrach. It doesn't have it. No. Okay, ADAC in the middle of it.
EAC over there.
ADAC.
Don't hurt your head.
Oh, it's headache. Of course it's headache. Of course. Are there others? There's got to be others.
If you can think of one, I was looking for headache.
See in the middle. There's got like.
Yes, you was right. You was right, Faith. Absolutely.
I don't think headachy works, Dark.
Yeah.
I'll just say it. I can't think of any others, but there's got to be some more.
If you say so. I was looking for headache. So, not bad. That's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 50 without the bonus. You got 5 out of 10. Not bad.
I found. Thank you, by the way. I found.
Do what?
I found a list of words that include ADAC in the middle of them. Would you like to hear them?
Okay. Sure.
They are pre-headache, headachiest, headachier, headaches, headachy, headache, and headachy without the E.
Yeah.
All of which are legal words in Scrabble.
Yeah. Right. So is the.
Yep.
So. Yeah, not bad, not bad. You're a little bit better on that than you've been doing, man.
Thank
so
you. I appreciate that. It was your support.
I mean, you're still a failure, but you can, not quite as much of a failure as you have been, sir.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to try something here before we move into Gundam. I'm going to see if we can run an ad. It tells me I can run a 30-second ad here.
Okay.
Last time we tried it, it still ran one anyway, but I'm going to see if this time it'll work. So we're going to take a quick 30-second ad break. That works.
Sure. See if it's working.
It would be great if
Oh,
it did. I looked into it after Waverly brought it up last week.
right on. Right on. I don't know. Am I supposed to get up and do the Harlem Shake or something? I got an ad. Raymond's.
I had to find the button. It didn't just exist in the ad manager. I had to find the button to add it back to the ad manager. I think they really want people to just let them run it,
Oh, okay.
but I think got two. Oh no.
We got two. Get you twice as much as everybody else, don't you, Will? God,
He just took Dark's ad. He's being a good bro.
thinking overachiever.
The ad's supposed to be done, and the timer went away, so I think that worked.
Okay, good, good.
We'll keep trying that.
Congratulations. Well, if that does work, then you can say, we'll be right back after these messages, and hit it, and we'll be good to go.
Yeah.
Be like all professional and crap then. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great.
It'd be cute.
Speaking about
cute.
professional, I'm gonna
Night,
be
Dot,
real
come
confused
on.
now. You ready to talk about some Turn A Gundam?
Yeah, sure. Wow.
We got 16 to 20 this time.
Right. Right. I am enjoying poor Nightbot. I am enjoying Turn A.
Yes.
I like it quite a bit.
Emotional damage.
Emotional damage indeed.
Okay, I know the one. I don't know about that one.
Little
Huh. Haikuoki Ido. Interesting. I know you do Dark, but compared to the crap Trey has dragged me through to get to this point, this is like a brush of fresh air.
Yeah.
I think it's just because Mrs. Ghibli, Miyazaki, like I think it sat down to me and I was like, "Look, dummy, let's go really, really dark, really."
I think what helps here is the. Oh, go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
That's all right. What were you gonna say? Helps? What?
I was gonna say I think what really helps is that this time, much like First Gundam, Tomino is actually working with a storyboard team. So
Yeah,
it's not just his story, his storyboard. There's actual other people involved.
yeah. Going through that. I mean, they had somebody else work on the script. The script is a little bit stronger than a few of the other Gundams. Um, they I think it does a better job of hitting story beats. It's still got some problems.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not about to go, man, this is up there with Princess Mononoke or anything. No, I'm just comparatively the Gundam is pretty good. Since the original Gundam, I think this may be like the best one I've seen out of this. Well, that's not as far fetched as you may think.
Right.
And it kind of goes right along. If you have you ever heard of the Sentinelese people? Do not go to their island. Don't. But they had there was a plane that flew over their island when kind of like fly over and they see people and they're shooting arrows at the at the plane. When the plane land, it looks like a porcupine on the bottom.
Right.
Went through. Yeah. There's a couple of characters that are a little bit silly, a little bit annoying. There is times in this story that's like, oh, this is just aggravating. Aggravating. But it I don't know. It when it gets past that, I feel in rhythm again.
Yeah.
And I kind of like to set up the Prince and the Pauper kind of aesthetic with the Queen and
Gelheim.
Yes, going through that. Not a bad setup. Not a bad setup on that. I think in a way Some of the suit designs and stuff are kind of like, okay, I guess. Well, if everybody's doing stuff that makes sense, you don't have a story. How many sitcoms, movies, books, comic books revolve around the fact if this person would have just told this person the truth,
Yeah.
the whole conflict would have been avoided.
Yeah.
That's like the very, very, very basis of 90% of sitcom TV. You know, so it is. I kind of feel you, but this is so far in the future. You can't even think like them, Dark. Come on.
Yeah, they're different people.
Yeah. Well, you say that, but I don't know that you would feel real good about people coming in and moving a primitive culture off their land.
Yeah. I think the whole swing of the story changes when you take into account that at some point the Earth was wrecked, and these people are proud of the fact that their ancestors worked with the land to rebuild it. Yeah.
Yeah. And there's a few plot holes. I think they could do much better explaining. Like, okay, she was obviously she was in cryo sleep at some point. The queen was.
Right.
We don't have any idea how long that could have been. And you are here. So thank you.
This is why we must not get along. Well, no, because they do know that it happened because you have the one guy that's like, hey, you all left.
Right.
And we fixed it.
Yes.
Like they know there's so many references to it from even the old lady from this last episode was like, hey, these people show up after we've done all the hard work and they want to take what we worked on.
Well, not only that, they apparently they were having negotiations for a while.
Yeah, for 2 years.
And for 2 years, and then when they get there, they start shooting.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm not very fond of the. There's I think Lieutenant Harry is an interesting character.
Harry Ord.
I think there's a few.
Thanks, Will.
Appreciate it, man. I know Trey paid you to say that, so. They did. They have much advanced tech, and they point that out. It's like, look, we're nowhere near as technically advanced as y'all, but we're dropping the negotiations.
Mm-hmm.
And then the military movements and stuff, and things that they're trying to bring down, obviously, is way further technologically advanced society. It's kind of funny, After the first run, I think I would have been like, yeah, we're gonna have to come up with something else.
Yeah, Harry's great.
Yeah, I didn't like his character. I like his design. I thought it was kind of dumb, but this past episode of his interactions with Miss Haim, thinking that she's a queen, which I don't know if he does.
Right.
No, they attacked.
Yeah, and I think a big part of that is that there's division in the moon race as well. The Hawk factions versus the peace factions, and if you remember, especially because we just had that great recap episode, we get to see the first shot that's fired from the moon race, and it's not fired under Diana's orders. It's fired by Poe.
They're on the moon.
Yeah, they had just recently sent people back to Earth, Dark. We find that out with Laron and Keith and Fran. Up until that point, the people were just descended from the moon race that were on Earth. Yeah. They didn't have all the access.
And Granny, she has lineage to the land she was on of fixing the Earth. Like I said, the moon race left. They went to the moon.
Well, that's part of the part that is poorly explained, I think, in the show and is better explained in the novel. Where there were people from the moon 2,000 years ago on Earth, and then there were people from the moon that came down stealthily 100 years ago, 200 years ago, but then they went back. They came down to check on the Earth and then went back. And I think the show does a really poor job of explaining that. Because they didn't leave people there. They just came down, checked, spent some time with people to see what the Earth was like, and then went back.
Yeah. I would that might be one of the biggest flaws I have with Turn A is just some of the things that are like mentioned and then like not touched on again.
Yeah.
You know, going through that. And of course, all the Terrans are now getting, you know, they're digging stuff out of the ground.
Yep.
Yes, Lorraine and the others were the advanced team meant to come to Earth and assimilate. And they fell in love with the Earth.
Well, Wilgame was Terran. He was not from the moon race. He was a human man. I say human. They're all human. He was an Earth man. Right. And Teteth is... We haven't got Teteth fully explained yet. Teteth is... She gets explained in a little bit. And she is definitely descended from moon race. She says that. But...
I don't know. I think there's a lot of stuff like that. Like that was probably one of the better so just Gundam show stuff. Yeah, right. I think there's what that was actually one of the, as far as recap episodes go, that was probably, you know, the best one I've seen so far.
Yeah. Oh, I agree.
They actually had some new stuff in there and everything, but they there is a lot of stuff that they could just touch on a little bit more. You know, like the whole Will game thing comes out of nowhere.
Yeah, it does. I think we're about to get into with the group that Laurent fought at the end of episode 20, that we're talking about how, you know, they want to be able to show the moon race they're just as good, even though they were here on Earth. I think we're about to get into some stuff that explains a little bit of it, but there weren't. Yeah, it's not good. There's not. The novel goes into it more than the anime does, where the people that are descended from the moon race are just, hey, they got left here. And they didn't get left here to build or fix anything. They got left here because they got left here. They were the dregs of society, basically.
Okay. So wait a minute. If they've never been to the moon, how are they considered moon race?
They're descended from moon race, so they're considered moon race.
But their ancestors
I agree.
Were Terrans.
Everybody's ancestors were Terrans. I agree. Yeah. It's one of the things that makes you go, all right, Tomino, you didn't think this one through.
Right.
But
Mizuyaki did what he could.
Yeah, they're just people.
They're just people. Just thinking people like everybody.
But it's all just people. And that's the interesting dynamic of it. Is it's part of why I like a lot of the stuff with the early 40K stuff, where it's like, hey, they're fighting all these alien races, but actually these aliens are just people from, like, hey, they developed an entirely different culture, they have an entirely different way of doing things, but they're still human. Yeah, but we're recognizing them as alien just because we want to take over their stuff.
Right, makes it much easier to fight them.
Yeah, it does. And already, they don't want that. They want the Earth pristine. That's why they keep firing giant beams and wrecking mountains, don't you know?
Right. I don't know. I think it's I don't think it's near like Zeta, Double Zeta. Oh my gosh.
Victory.
How many other stuff I want? I want that. Well. Going through. But it's all right. Like I said, compared to the OG, the original 79 Gundam, which is forward thinking. We're not going to talk about the Salt Run, which is one of the dumbest things I've ever seen on a show.
Yep.
Okay. We'll see. I'm coming in. As far as the artwork, though, man, this looks so much cleaner.
Oh yeah, it's so nice.
So much of the stuff is done. So,
what do you think?
I'm concerned about some of the suits.
Yeah, that's understandable.
You know, they look kind of ridiculous, but and the Turn A. The Turn A is just that is a stupid design. For me, no, that's absolutely. Yes, I
like the cop wolf. 20 episodes in, how do you feel about the music?
It's very mentioned it before. That is, yep, that's 90s.
Yep.
I love the little guy. There's a guitar stinger. It's just a guitar, clean, lots of reverb on it. I think we were listening to it the other day. I think I said it was in Locrian mode.
I think so.
I think. I don't know for sure. I still haven't sat down with it and tried to like fiddle with it on guitar or anything, try to figure it out so I know for sure. But I do like that little guitar stinger in there. It's a nice little run.
Yeah.
Onto there. And the opening theme just it does crack me up because it's like that's James Bond, 100%.
Love it.
Going through there. The and when I say it's very 90s music, I'm talking about the production sound of the music too. Like what you hear and what you I pointed out to you the other day, the turn.
Yeah.
The female voice, what they do to make that first one kind of stand out just a little bit, not much, barely there. But because it's there, you catch the female's voice singing the backup through the rest of it.
Yeah.
It's an ear trick to do on that. But it's not bad. I'm looking forward to getting the end of it. I'm hoping the end of it is just not crap.
Yeah.
Like they end up with not knowing where to go or run out of budget.
Right.
And just have to wrap it up. We'll see.
You mean like X?
Yeah.
Are you ready to get in your wakes then?
Yeah, we can do that. Moving on. I'm going to do my pen. My steeper. Time is it? Oh my gosh. All right. All right, so ready for weeks?
Yes. How was your week been?
Right. It's been all right. Of course, I played Lotro the other day.
Yeah.
I always enjoy that. It's amazing after 16 years of playing the game to have somebody to play it with. And there's it's weird to me. It's still weird to me. I guess I should say it's been this way for a little bit now. But to have people like actually in the lower level zones and like to see, there's another human controlling that.
It surprised me to see somebody in the higher zones, like where we're at in Rohan. We ran into a guy while we were talking to Reeve, and I was like, "Whoa,
good deal, Faye." I really enjoy it. The war steed is the biggest disappointment I have with Lotro. They've been trying to fix that for a few years, but they just fixed crafting. They did something with it that I wanted them to forever. Was able to pick out each individual thing you want to level up on that.
Yeah.
And they've been talking about that for a while, and it took them 11 years to get around to that. So I don't know when they'll get around to the war steeds.
Yeah. Eventually.
One day. I'll do that. There's a guy. He does. I was flicking through YouTube Shorts. There was something, I don't even remember whether there was something that caught my eye. I clicked the YouTube short and then just ended up like next one. Sitting there for a while. What they intend for you to do, tricky. But he was a Blizzard developer. I think he may have made Undertale.
Overwatch.
He had a few things to say about Overwatch. I don't know if he worked on that team.
Okay.
Though, but his channel is Pirate Software.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, long hair, deep voice.
Yeah. He's making his own game right now.
Yeah, his dad is the South Park, living in the attic World of Warcraft guy.
Yeah. That
got cosplayed. His dad is that guy.
Yeah.
Not looks like him. No, that he is that guy. That's who they modeled him after. That's all that stuff. It's kind of weird, but he had some really good. A lot of his stuff is just like any other shorts, just kind of blah blah blah. Kind of something fun to say, maybe talk about. But he has a few really good ones, especially going back over some of his software protection and things like that.
Yeah.
And but yeah, he had answered a couple of questions inadvertently that I had about the way certain software is run.
Okay.
Like I do believe I understand now why between Bree and Trestle Bridge there was that big rock there for a while.
Okay.
Okay, that is a way for the longest time that they would catch botters.
Because the bot would be stuck there.
Would be stuck on that rock, and they'd just come by, and there'd be a group of bots stuck against the rock, and they does a couple other games, and they just ban everybody.
Yeah.
Also, he has another one where he explains why companies will do mass bans on botters and stuff every like 3 to 6 months instead of just hitting them when they come in the game.
Right.
With that. So, yes, you're welcome. You're welcome. With that, you're welcome for the help.
That's cool.
But he has a pretty cool one. There's another one I wish I could remember. The guy, I just love the little shorts he does, and he was one I came across. Oh, I should have wrote it down. It's a really generic name. I don't think he really intended to go over something like Big Daddy Iowa numbers or digits, but he doesn't say anything.
Okay.
But he'll just have a video of him standing there, and it'll be like at the gym, and it'll show him looking around, and like over here it'll show some like clips from other videos of people doing like crazy stuff in the gym.
Right.
And he'll just react to it, and then kind of turn and look to the other side of the gym and make a face, and then show what's going on over there. But he does it whatever he's doing, whether it's going outside, and sees weird people doing stuff outside, or his kids like babysitting. He sets it up to where it cuts together really well.
Okay.
Like he does one for babysitting where he's walking to the house, where he comes up, you see him walk up to this room and look all funny, and it pans over to these two kids that have got marker like covering them.
Yeah.
Just make like a face or something like that. And then he'll walk down, and he cuts it really well. It's very well done. Without, like I said, there's no speaking. I've never heard this man say a word.
Okay.
No, it's just a nice little short. I can't remember his name. I feel bad about that. I'll try. You do know the videos I'm on about, huh?
Nice.
Well, you give yourself away every time. The construction, yes. I saw like 3 babysitting ones in a day, and I was not like bust out laughing or anything, but just kind of like giggling happy. They're just really nice little things. I can't remember the guy's name. I'll try to find it maybe before next Tuesday.
Yeah. I'm going to check that out for sure. I like good editing videos.
Yeah. Real short, real done. They're nothing complex. Just thought about just a little bit. I'll tell you, to make it good. But trying to think if I've done anything else this week. And inadvertently figured out how to play a BTS song on guitar.
Okay.
Well, I watched this video that was like all the number one hits start each month starting from 1980.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right. So then, just play snippets of the songs going through. And so I'm watching it. And once it gets, I'm not a pop fan, but there's stuff, stuff on there. Like from like 80 to 99, there.
You were having a good time.
We did organize the camp in our camp in Don't Starve Together.
Nice.
We did do that. Going through that. We've a little off subject. With the world we've got together right now and Don't Start where the camps and everything's set up. It's like, yeah, I don't ever want to. This is we're set. We are set. Absolutely. We got everything's growing. It's almost automatic. All you got to do is go pick stuff.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fine. But going through that, looking over that, and it gives you kind of appreciation for some of the people who have. So you know, you don't. I won't starve. Not you just have to stand there and die. The just some of the people, you know, that really had. What's that, Will? Welcome back. Really had hits through the years.
Yeah.
Like lover or hater, which I loved her when I was little, and she was doing stuff. I think she went completely insane later on. But like Madonna, Madonna was like the pop queen.
Yeah.
If you go back through that, it's like every other month she had the #1 hit over, you know, a few different years.
Mm-hmm.
And that career goes over like 24 years.
Yeah.
And she still has a hit. Right. Try not to go crazy during the rain. Going through. But I was watching that and it was going through and I was getting into, and I knew a lot of them. And it goes into, you know, the millennium and getting into the new in 2010 and everything. And it puts up, you know, going through this. I did know some of them. Some of them I didn't know what, but one of them from, I think, was it maybe 2017, 2018, whatever, around there. 1 month, BTS Dynamite was, oh, really? Your meal had rice in it? The BTS had one of the songs, Dynamite.
Yeah.
Do that and just play that. I was like, I have heard that. I do know that. I do know a BTS song. As I went and listened to it, I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, it's like the same 4 chords all over again. So yeah, so it was good. I don't have the song down. I'm not gonna play the whole thing.
Right.
Going through that, but figured that one out. Also, there's a couple of singers in BTS that thank you, Will. Thank you, Will.
Between Remas and Will, Rugrat is really on people for their nationality tonight.
Yeah. Well, and if you're gonna pick on somebody, that's the best way to do it. Just pick on their nationality. Don't mess with anything else.
Right.
Unless they're redheads. But there's a couple of BTS singers that they're getting auto-tuned very hard.
I'm sure.
You know, a couple of them aren't. There's one. Faith may be able to help me. something American. Going through that. Remas, I'm Cornish.
Yeah, you can only aim that one at me.
I realize I've lost my accent.
Yeah, that would be pretty
joke.
great.
No joke. Man, I got off subject again. Dang, y'all. Yes, you bunch of innits. Colonel innits. Dang it, Remas. Threw me off again. Oh, my goodness. What was I saying? BTS, a couple of them were auto-tuned. Oh, Faith might be. There's one. I think Faith said it was RM Rap Master. I couldn't hear any auto-tune. Yes, RM. Yes. How do you like that? Okay, I'd have to go listen to it. I'm real terrible at that. So I will. If I think about it, I'll go look at that and see if I've maybe heard that too. But I didn't hear any auto-tune on his voice. The first guy that starts off that song.
Yeah.
Just a little. I'm not going that far, Will. I can't afford it.
It is a very nice offer, though. Thank you.
There was like the first guy singing. There was just a little bit. Like we're get it there. You know,
right?
It just needs a little bit of touch up, like an Ed Sheeran level of auto-tune.
Okay, yeah.
There's just a little bit on there to kind of fix it. The second guy, I couldn't hear it at all.
Okay.
And I'm not crapping on auto-tune necessarily, because I kind of have to auto tune my voice a little bit because I can't sing. So when I put up my songs, I try to, I go through and line the notes back up to the note.
Yeah.
Where,
Speaking of your song.
It's like that note I sung is not anywhere in that key. So let me just kind of slide it up like half a step and get it lined up.
Dang, can you play?
Thank you. The but the third guy, there was one guy I pointed out very specifically. I was like, that dude can't sing. He has a pleasant tone to his voice, obviously. But I don't think he was anywhere on key for Dynamite.
Yeah.
No, he was tuned very hard through that. I could hear the slips and slops.
If we're talking gacked, if we're talking J-pop and J-rock, yeah, I'm with you 100%.
Yeah, find out somebody in there's a Russian streaming site, Yandex.
Okay.
I think is what it's called. Yeah, well, somebody listen on that. I still want to find out somebody has used my song Old Friends and Memories.
Yeah.
On a TikTok. It's been used quite a few times.
Oh.
I have no idea how to find it.
Yeah. Love
There's
that song. I think he did. I'll look it up later. I think he did.
Let's see.
Oh, that's cool though.
Yeah. But if I made a TikTok, I could not use the name Rundgren.
Yeah.
There's a little Filipino lady who uses Rundgren as her at Rundgren on TikTok. Her name's Rung. Rung. R-U-N-G, Rung. But yeah, she beat me to using Rundgren on TikTok. So I'll never have a TikTok ever.
I just want to point out that my favorite thing about this conversation, it's been a good one. I didn't say a lot during it because I wanted to let you just gush about music because I love to listen to you gush about music. It's always great to hear somebody that knows what they're talking about talk about something they know about. But also, I now get to put a bunch of BTS tags in the YouTube video.
Oh my gosh.
He did voice a character. He voiced Johnny Ridden in a couple of games too. Go with Rundgren 1, 2, 3, 4.
There we go.
I'd be fine. It'll be fine. I've gotten some really bad comments over the years. I can handle bad comments now. So the annoying thing for me,
I have too. I've got some really bad comments, but my mom passed away and my dad was abandoned us, so I didn't have to hear him anymore.
The annoying ones for me are not the bad comments because I can just ignore those. It's the people that are like, I didn't like this. And it's like, well, tell me why at least. Don't just give me something.
I need some clarification here, Dark. Gact makes 4 ramen over 4 days, and he does it naked, supposedly. And if you want any, you can come get some.
Well,
I don't know.
With that, dang it.
What's that? Extra on 4 days, not 4. Okay. Now I got you. Okay, I got you. I don't know if I would feel much safer cooking ramen naked than say bacon.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well,
you know what they say, if you cook bacon with your shirt off, and so does your husband, you may be a redneck. That was an actual thing, an actual test. I don't know that. It's the only Jeff Foxworthy joke I know.
You might be smarter than a 4-year-old.
Frying eggs would be a little bit dangerous too.
Yeah.
How was your week been, sir?
My week's been pretty good. It's been busy, as they all are at this time of year. Pop somebody, I'm sure. I want to start with the YouTube video that I watched because you talked about some cool YouTube videos. Okay. I watched a short horror story, a short horror movie called The Oldest View. It's all rendered in 3D except for a couple live action cuts when above ground. It's really, really cool. It's made by a guy named Kane Pixels. He's currently making the Backrooms movie. He's the guy who made the Backrooms. And he will, like, in this, the goal for it was a guy finding a mall underground and then trying to explore it, but there is a creature down there.
Yes.
And the creature that he chose and the mall that he chose, it's a mall I've been to. It's a mall that used to exist in Dallas, Texas.
Okay.
And I went to that mall before it got torn down many, many years ago.
Dude, I'm so programmed by TV. Anytime I hear Dallas, Texas,
Yeah.
the TV,
Yeah.
in the back of my brain, somebody goes, "Who shot JR?"
Yep. I understand.
My gosh.
But I don't know if you remember or not. I don't know if you were around Dallas at that time, but it was 18 years ago. There was a competition there for.
I don't like that.
That's fair. I don't blame you. There was a competition there for preservation of ecology and fauna and things like that. And it was a desire to. I know that's wording it really weird. I know, but that's the way they worded it. And so, I did watch the short you sent me. Yes.
I'm sitting here looking at your short tray right now.
Oh, and it's a really good short horror story, The Oldest View, because it capitalizes on one of the things that was made for that competition, and he did a full, faithful 3D recreation of it, and it doesn't look 3D. It looks it's very well done. It looks like he is in the actual mall instead of being in a 3D environment sculpted to look like the actual mall.
So
Watch out, bearded man.
It's all
like
rendered.
he made it computer. He made it computer graphics.
Right.
It doesn't look like computer graphics.
No, it's very well done.
Okay.
He says that most of the frames took upwards of like 14 days for just the frame to render. It was an incredibly huge render, kind of like Avatar style huge render, just on a much smaller scale.
Gotcha.
It's really good.
Okay, cool.
Firmly recommend checking that out unless you're somebody that struggles with horror, because it has a really slow build up and then man does it take off. And then afterwards, of course, I had to watch Wendigoon's coverage of it, because anytime I watch a horror video on YouTube, I can always find a Wendigoon video on it. So
Yes, but that would be admitting weakness, Dark. We can't have that.
So. And then game-wise, I played Like a Dragon Gaiden still. I am almost done with that.
Excellent.
I am almost at the end of Chapter 4. I'm basically at the end of Chapter 4, but there's a little bit of last side stuff that just unlocked. And then there's the final chapter right after that. So I'm right at the tipping point there. It's still very, very good. At one point, I got to go on a spending spree through the streets of Sotenbori, going golfing with my bros and playing pool with my bros. And it was really fun. So much good dialogue in there. It's great story-based game.
Yes, good.
Still working through Sea of Stars. Nice start. It's fair. The Yakuza 0 is very good. Shishido, yeah! Golfing with Shishido. It's great. Sea of Stars, I have almost come around on. There's some really good story stuff that's happened.
Excellent.
And when I say, like, really good story stuff, first, like, 6, nice. I mean, like, hey, they introduced a character that has the ability to give someone borrowed time if they're dying. And
Didn't
this
Justin
character...
Timberlake do a movie about that?
I think so. And this character has, like, rules they have to abide by to be with the party of, like, hey, I am a godlike being, and I am with you. I have to limit my power to be at your level, and if you fight these specific things, I just can't help
I tell you that every week.
It's a good one. It's true, though. But it's really really hammering home how good all the side characters are. There is not a bad side character in that game. It's just the two main characters that are completely boring. Like, all of their development is built around another side character, which is a really good side character. And it just, I don't know. When you got, hey, you got this girl that, I guess, spoilers for Sea of Stars. I'll put the spoiler loop up, but I'm not going to talk about it long. But you have a character that is a pirate ninja. You have a character.
Ain't no wrong with that.
Right? You have a character that is. Oh, go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
You have a character that is the equivalent of Gandalf, and he's limited himself to your level to help you, but he has all these rules he's got to abide by.
So Gandalf.
Yeah, so Gandalf. And then
Right.
you have this guy that just is the nicest guy in the universe that just wants to help people, and he's the warrior cook, and he's super great. And then you have the sun boy and the moon girl. And they should be so cool, but all their development is about the warrior chef guy, and he's that's it. That's all they get. Is everything that is great about them is their interactions with him.
Okay. Well, they get something right.
Yeah.
D&D had a big slip up this week too. That's kind of funny.
Yeah.
The Wizard of the Coast.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just made me think about it because they're there.
Yeah. The story's in a really good spot right now, and I'm hopeful that the story stays this good. No, the gameplay has not gotten any better at all. I have access to ultimate abilities now, and
Yes.
they're should be really cool, but you only really get to use them in boss fights because normal fights don't go that long. They go long, but they don't go long enough to build the ultimate meter.
Yeah.
And then I used Gandalf's ultimate, where he turned into a giant eagle, flew above the sky, and then descended back to attack, and it just auto-killed the boss, and it was like, boss fight's
Winner.
over, I guess.
Winner.
I
did it.
Combat hasn't gotten any more deep. It's just gotten more stuff.
Okay.
But I don't know. I'm going to see it through to the end because I really like the world. I really like the music. I really like the world building. And I like the side characters a whole lot. I want to see how their story ends. I just wish the main characters had more. There is a plot hook of like the mentor turned bad that could be really good. He didn't say he couldn't turn into an eagle.
I mean, that's kind of a big deal. I'm just saying. Do that.
His rule was, I won't hit that guy. He didn't say he wouldn't hit everybody else.
Oh, okay.
But no, there's so much I love about it. I just wish that they had focused on some of the other plot hooks that are obviously there for these two characters. And they just didn't. And I've heard some talk of interviews that said that the writers were afraid that people would think they were trying to make them like Mary Sue, Gary Stu. And it's like, okay, then I guess I can see why you didn't really give them any focus at all. But I think it did the opposite effect where they're just super boring. So, I don't know.
Oh, well.
Lastly, for my week, I played and beat something really cool called Slay the Princess.
Yeah. You mentioned that to me the other day.
Yeah. So this is a visual novel. It is a horror visual novel, and it's narrated by Jonathan Sims from the Magnus Archives, Magnus Protocol. And it's super good. It's short. It has all kinds of different permutations, and your choices matter all the way through to the end.
Nice.
I got one of the 4 endings, I believe there are, but there could be more for all I know.
It was.
But even down to like, hey, you did this thing, then you did this thing, and you made this choice. But if you'd done the first 2 things and then done a different thing, you would have got an entirely different section there. Well,
There you go.
there's actually an ending for just going in there and trying to slay the princess. It's
Yeah, that's what they did. That's what they're gonna do.
yeah. They gave you an ending for it.
They just want that one ending. So
And they do tell you at the start, this is a love story. So it does dark up until you hit your fifth one.
I love that. Like Oxenfree, which Oxenfree's artwork.
Yeah.
I do that, but it does that with that. Oxenfree 2 is pretty good too. It kind of.
I get why you say it's sad, Dark, but what it does is you have a cycle of 5. You get to an ending, you go back, go to another ending, you go back. And when I say ending, I don't mean like the 4 main endings. I mean an ending of a run. Of you made your choices, it got you here, and then when you've gathered 5 of those runs, you get a big ending. And all of that dialogue in that big ending changes depending on what you did in those 5 runs. And when you finish that, you get booted back to the main menu and you can do it all over again with 5 different choices that ultimately lead to one final choice that changes depending on the 5 choices you made.
Okay.
It's great. Yeah, the princess changes in every single run in a bunch of different permutations. I had some where we were fine and everything was great. So you can't. Yeah, we should put up Spoiler Laboo here to get some deeper stuff here.
Yeah, Trey. Come on.
So you can't do the same run 5 times. It blocks out the choices you've already made, but only like the final one that would affect a run, right?
You would.
And so I got...
Come on, Trey.
So far, I've got 1 major ending, and I'm on my way to the second major ending.
Okay.
This is the only, like, run ending spoiler I will give, but because of my choices, at one point, I was a stubborn, determined hero fighting a princess that had turned into a woman that was just swords. She was swords with a beating heart. And it was incredible. We fought and fought and fought, and it was great.
Right on.
This game is super cool. I'm so happy with it. It's fully released this year. It 100% is going to be on my GOTY list, and I'm not even done with it yet. I love it.
That was cool.
Yeah, Princess of Blades is like, so that's the only one I'm going to spoil. There's 30 of them, I think.
That I love that name, Princess of Blades. I mean, it sounds like the name of a cheesy fantasy romance novel, you know, with Fabio on the front, if they, holding the busty woman up there. But there's the Princess of Blades. That sounds. I've never played with this deck of cards.
I understand, Remus. That's the last one that we're going to be talking about it specifically here. The only problem, I'm going to pull down Spoiler Laboo now because it's just talking about the game generally. The only problem I have is I have no idea how to review this game. Like, I can't show footage because that gives the game away. So I figure I'll show like a short intro sequence and then I'll just talk about the game.
I've got it. I know what we're going to start doing for reviews on games from now on. I'll help you with this, okay?
Okay.
We're going to do shorts. And come up, we're going to have a big, showing the game, right? Slay the princess. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Got it.
Talk about it using code words. I'll write the whole thing down in RO13 or whatever it's called, where it garbles everything for you, and then just read that. No, I figure I'll just do like I said, I'll do that intro section and then just talk about it for a little bit generally, and then do a spoiler section. Where it's like, hey, from here on, please don't watch this unless you played the game. This game is the story. You should see it for yourself. So that's pretty much been my week. I did some other stuff, but it's not super important.
It's still long. Lesbians don't want a long sword. And the bisexuals want the blade and the scabbard.
Right. Oh, I did have one last thing to talk about. I'm sorry. Baldur's Gate.
I'm glad that reminded you.
It did. Baldur's Gate 3. Firmly into Act 3, doing some cool stuff. Fully back around on it again. Loving it again.
Yeah.
It was just a rough intro into Act 3, but as it stands now, got to the point where got to one of the big bads, and it was like, hey, you can't kill me yet. we had a deal. We've got this going on. And then I was just allowed to kill him, and it was great. And it's the one thing that I wish they'd let me do when I got there.
Fair enough.
I have not. No, I'm sorry. I am firmly in the Shadowheart camp. We have now, hooked up. So.
Oh, okay. Well,
I can't move on from her now. But no, it's a very good game.
yeah, you can. Paul Simon totally wrote a song about that.
I guess that's true. I really like it. I don't know yet where it's going to fall on my game of the year because we need to finish it. And even then, I will have only reached one ending.
Okay.
But I need to cover it before the end of the year, and I'm not going to have time to do a full other playthrough. So,
did it have a new game plus? Does it have a new game plus?
So sort of. It doesn't have like a new game plus, as in you get to go back with the stuff that you have, but it has new modes that they added that change things up.
Okay.
Like they
I
just
know it
added
didn't go
honor
past-
mode and things like that.
Because I know it didn't go past 12th level. Is
Yeah,
that correct?
12th level.
It's a max level, which it's hard to go past 12th level in D&D.
Oh yeah. It's such a shame too. New Game Plus is planned. Yeah, they do have a plan to do like a full New Game Plus. Right now it's just the other modes. It's kind of a pain when you get to level 12 and you're max level and you kill a big boss and it goes 21,000 XP and you go, "Yeah, that's worthless." That means nothing to me.
Yeah.
But what can you do?
That was like we may have talked about it a little bit yesterday, but like we talked about they did the stat crunch on Lotro, right?
Yeah.
And some other things because the numbers were just getting so bad. And I remember me and my love were playing Diablo 3.
Yeah.
And of course, with our mains, this was a while back, and they're ridiculously overpowered. And the numbers you're putting up are just stupid.
Yeah.
It's just stupid. They mean nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, spells. Well, at 12, your cleric, your wizard of any school. I think warlock and sorcerer might not be able to get it. Sorcerer maybe. I don't think warlock can. But you get the wish spell.
Yeah.
Right?
So
Yeah,
they took wish out.
Right. That's not the whole reason why. It spells.
Yeah.
But that's like a big one sitting right on top of the pile.
Yeah. Oh, I can cast Disintegrate at level 12.
Yeah.
I'll put it this way.
Yeah.
We fought a level 17 large boss monster, being vague for spoilers.
Okay.
And we killed it in 2 rounds. 4 level 12 characters. Because once you're level 12, it kind of doesn't matter in D&D.
That's the thing. When you have, and I say this with all the love I have for the table I run, after 11 and 12, if there's a life cleric in that group, you are not killing that group as a DM unless you cheat.
Yeah.
You can cause them trouble. You may be even take 1 character or 2 out of that group.
Yeah.
But then, but it's crazy. I don't know. I'm glad you're enjoying Baldur's Gate 3. I probably will get around to playing it one day. I don't. Is it even on Xbox or I just play it on PC?
Not yet, but it's coming to Xbox. I think it's coming to Xbox this month. Yeah, this month. That's what I thought.
Yeah. It's on Xbox in December. Okay, good deal. Good deal. Yeah, they're
giving us the release date during the Game Awards.
okay. I'll get that verified. So I mentioned it a while ago. Did you, I know it's off topic, but we'll get to talk about stuff. So did you see the screw up that Wizard of the Coast made?
I saw a little bit of the stuff about it, but I didn't dig into it.
Okay. So they did a thing real quick, kind of like they did a show where they just talk about the future of D&D and things that will be coming out. Go through, list all the stuff. A lot of Vecna stuff because apparently Vecna's been carrying them for the past how many years?
They're banking on that Critical Role nostalgia.
Yeah. But yeah, they're trying to. So what they did is after the thing, they just put up a bunch of tweets X's or whatever the crap you want to call them now.
Right.
The I don't know. I don't go around that neighborhood. The but of different things and put pictures from them. When they put up this one picture, and I think it was a dwarf, like action pose dwarf
Yeah.
thing. It said core rule books.
Yeah. That's the one I saw.
5/21/2024, something like and with an exact date on it.
Yeah.
And they freaked out, took it down a few minutes later, but I don't know. They have Wizard of the Coast is I don't know. Well, I was going to say I don't know. 5/21/24. That's it. Who did the? There's been a few companies. It's like you have the world in your hand.
Yep.
And your narcissistic aggression, like let it go through your fingers. You ruined it.
Yep.
Just by being an idiot.
Why does it bother them? Well, there are a couple of reasons. The first off is that I'm sure that most of their publishers and most of their storefronts did not yet know when they were getting books. And
not only that, it's sales. They don't want this is we're in December of 2023.
Yeah.
It is Christmas season. It's time for marketing to work to sell things.
Yep.
Well, if you see that in the middle of next year you're getting a new Player's Handbook, DM's Guide, and Monsters Manual, why buy anything?
Yep.
It's all marketing.
There's also the fact that some of the 1D&D stuff is not yet finalized. It's still going through feedback forms. And that's basically telling everybody, hey, we don't care what feedback you give us. We were already working on printing the books.
Yeah, I don't think they do. I really don't think
they never have, right?
I think it's a faux interaction environment.
Yeah. I was going to run an ad when we finished Weeks. Twitch, don't start trying to autoplay one.
Yeah.
A lot of people that won't move on from D&D, though.
Yeah. But, and yes. I don't know. I think a lot of people that, they spend a lot of money in D&D.
Yeah.
And even though they may not like Wizard of the Coast or anything, they don't want to get into another system.
Yeah.
A lot of what we've seen from 1D&D when we were going through it and, covering it, it was Pathfinder.
Yeah.
I think they have a set idea of what they want to do, and they're doing a faux interaction to keep people seem like they care.
Speaking of Pathfinder, real quick, has your book started bending? I've had my book on a flat surface, but it's bendy.
Okay.
I don't like that. I don't like that it's bendy. I don't want it to be bendy.
It wasn't when you got it?
No.
Did you break the spine?
Sorry.
Sorry.
I don't think I did.
No, sorry.
Right,
sorry.
I know what you mean.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, now, did you break it?
Right.
Yes.
It could be the humidity. That's a good point. Very well could be. Maybe I need to move it into a different room.
Yeah, maybe so. It is. They are. They're
Yeah.
moronic hypocrites.
Yeah.
Very much so.
All right. Well, should we move into announcements then?
Go.
Before we do,
Pingo.
let me run the
Okay,
ad.
Run the ad.
All right. 30-second ad. Indy isn't bad. It's not his fault.
We'll talk about that one, I do believe.
Yeah, that one's coming.
Yes, we will. Yes, we will.
That one's coming.
Got that one.
Ad break ends in 8 seconds.
Good.
All right. Announcements. We start with Gundam Requiem for Vengeance.
Okay.
This is a brand new Gundam series that is coming to Netflix.
Okay.
It is set during the 1 Year War.
Okay. They like the word requiem.
They do. The goal here seems to be a Zaku Squadron versus a prototype Gundam. There are no reviews tonight. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I like the Zaku team's like idea, the red shoulder design, very clearly taking that from Photons where they have the one red shoulder. It's like, okay, that's cool. I don't like the Gundam. And there's the Kira cry.
No mustache.
No mustache.
Yeah.
I don't know. I liked Igloo a lot. I don't know that we need more video game Igloo. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
We need more. Well, I don't know. I've seen what they can do with Witch from Mercury, and I'd like more in that animation style.
Whoa.
This could be good. It absolutely could be good. Igloo was great.
Yeah, I enjoyed Igloo quite a bit.
I just don't love the idea of a prototype RX-78-1.
There had to have been one.
Well, there was. It already exists in MSV, which is canon. It got shot down in its first fight.
Blame this on the misfortune of your birth.
Thank you, Shar. Thank you. But
You're right.
we'll see how it goes. Knowing Netflix, they'll drop it all suddenly without warning, and we'll be skittering to keep up with it. No, that's the thing. It's not supposed to be the prototype Gundam. It's supposed to be a special version prototype of the Gundam. The prototype Gundam is RX-78-1, and the model number on this one is RX. I wrote it down earlier. It's EFGF RX-78 brackets EX. So it is a different.
Work for Ibanez.
Right. It is a different suit that is also a prototype of. I guess it's supposed to be the prototype of the -1, and not like the -1's the prototype of the -2, the first Gundam. So I guess it's supposed to be a prototype of the prototype.
What do you mean they're messing with the continuity in a way? No, look, didn't everybody love Rings of Power? That's never backfired.
It's supposed to be a TV show, from what I understand.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't like it when Gundam messes with first Gundam. I understand when they mess with like Victory or they mess with F91, even though I wish they just leave F91 alone because I love F91. But
Yeah.
I don't like it when they touch first Gundam. And unfortunately,
No,
they touch it a lot.
Yeah, so you shouldn't mess with that one. That should be a rule. That should be your platform. If you're bringing this, bring this in, just that should be your foundation right there.
Yeah.
You've got that timeline. You've got that. Of course.
Yep. Go back to that well, right?
Yes.
Just like how in Star Wars, everybody's a Skywalker or a Solo or attached to him in some way. You can't just have anybody that exists on their own.
So, the new Hunger Games prequel
Yeah. Yeah.
about an orphan boy who shows some talent and somebody who's very powerful and evil keeps their eye on him, and they really like what they do, and they go to this place where they have to do that. It's the Phantom Menace.
Yeah. I'm not
It's
surprised.
the Phantom Menace.
I'm not
what it is.
surprised. I don't.
Story beat. It's the Phantom Menace.
Well, I don't think Gundam the Origin is as bad, although they do absolutely change some canon there that I don't like, because it is just trying to tell the story from Char's perspective, and most of it is before First Gundam. I still don't like some of the changes that are in there, but I don't think it's as bad as some of the other stuff that they've done, especially with, like, as much as I love Thunderbolt, the stuff they've changed with Thunderbolt canon-wise just really rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah. I don't mess with established lore.
Yeah.
There's it's completely unnecessary. That's a very, very arrogant thing to do.
Hmm?
No. I can do it better. No, no, you can't. No, that is not.
Oh.
That is wrong. What an act. What are you people doing?
You love He-Man, though. No, for sure. I think it's a good question, Will.
You're not allowed in my house anymore.
I like He-Man.
What about this is He-Man?
Well, I mean, no, that was Thundercats, but
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
No, I knew that was Thundercats. I knew that, Dark. It's just, look, you know how my brain works. Where I think of one thing and then think of another thing.
I don't even understand how my brain works. I've been wrestling with it for years.
I knew that was Thundercats, chat. It's Lion-O does that. Because I thought about Thundercats, and then I thought about He-Man, and then I thought about Bravestar. Just be glad I stopped at He-Man.
Disappointed!
Let's talk about Grand Theft Auto 6.
What? All right. Yeah, speaking of somebody messed up, huh?
Yeah.
Leaked.
So, GTA 6 is going to take place in Vice City. Ooh, Mesa. That's where it would have gone eventually. Following that track with 3030, would have gone to from horse to cowboy, cow, you know. Yeah. Anyway, Vice City, 2025 release date. Looking at trailer's okay. It's another GTA, you know.
Yeah. And it got leaked.
Yeah.
But right before it was supposed to be, the trailer came out.
Yeah.
Like 2 days before.
I can't stop, Will. This is how my brain works. It's dumb. The only thing about this that I was like, hey, this could be really good, is that there's going to be 2 protagonists instead of 3, and they're a duo, like they're a couple working together.
Okay.
Nice. Street Sharks. I don't know. I have no desire to get another GTA, right?
Not really, not me either. Especially with like the bragging they're doing right now.
Yeah.
It is gonna. What was the exact wording? Something about open world like never before.
Yeah.
Expand the boundaries of what you can do, or something like that, of what you can do in an open world game.
Sure.
All right, we'll see.
I
Or
know
somebody else will.
a lot of people are super stoked about it. One thing that I thought was really interesting, they confirmed that it is going to be on both PS5 and Xbox Series X. And all this told me is, oh, it's not launching on PC. I assumed it was going to be on both of those. Why is it not launching on PC? It's 2023. When this comes out, it's going to be 2025.
Too easy to pirate stuff on PC.
I guess so. That's all we really know about it so far. The trailer is very Vice City. It's Florida. There's Florida stuff going on.
I think Vice City might have been like that for my favorite GTA, hands down, by far, San Andreas.
Yeah, San Andreas is great.
For other people I know, theirs is Vice City.
Yeah.
Nothing else comes close. Like Vice City is their game when it comes to GTA.
There's some stuff I really like about 4, but I think Vice City and San Andreas are like superior in almost everything.
I did too. There 4 seemed very limited of what I expect from a GTA game.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm sure it is. Yes.
Yeah. And speaking of stuff you don't expect a lot from, Dragon Age Dreadwolf got an announcement of an announcement. And this is really just an announcement that they're going to be showing us more in summer 2024.
The announcement they're going to announce something?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
This game has been supposedly being worked on for about 6 years. And they showed us a couple shots of towns, and that's it. This game is in trouble.
Okay.
I cannot imagine what BioWare is doing, that they're like, hey, yeah, we've been working on this game for 6 years. We need to remind people that, You know, we're working on it. GTA 6 trailer just got leaked. Let's
Yeah.
drop a trailer that just shows a couple shots of cities and no people walking or anything really going on in there.
Yeah.
What?
Ugh.
So yeah, you know, that's eventually gonna happen, I guess. Maybe. Probably not.
Okay.
You talked earlier about companies that had like the world in their hands. People
Yeah.
love Dragon Age Inquisition. That game took the world by
Oh, yeah.
storm. No longer hear people talk about it at all. It didn't get any support after launch, really. And then they just started working on the next one in silence for 6 years.
And why did it take so long to get 2 city scenes out? I don't
Oh.
understand.
BioWare's in trouble. Have been for a while.
Well, there's not.
Yeah.
It's not that BioWare anymore.
Right. Almost all of the teams have left.
Yeah,
Oh.
and the whole studio's been bought out.
Yeah.
I do believe.
I mean, look, we should have known something was wrong when Mass Effect Andromeda came out, but then Anthem happened, and it was like, yeah, no. But I have some good announcements for you. Demon Slayer, sweep the board, because I know you're such a big fan of Demon Slayer. I know you're really excited for this one. This is a Demon Slayer Mario Party game.
Okay.
Are you excited yet?
Hold on. I'm writing down the time, and I'll continue to do so as you talk about this.
It is coming out April 26, 2024. And that's pretty much what it is. It's Demon Slayer Mario Party. You go around the board, you have mini games, you gather items. That's it.
Now, Demon Slayer was a manga that went anime.
Yeah.
Right? And it's not that old.
No, one of the best-selling manga in the world.
But I mean, it's like the show they did for it. Was it? I don't think it's that. It was
Season 1 was 2 years ago.
okay,
Season
I think
2
it's
came out
2017.
last year, I think.
Okay.
And then the movie came out last year too, I think.
Okay.
Good stuff.
Right on.
This is Switch exclusive. Probably going to be full price. I don't know if it should be. The anime's still ongoing because the manga's wrapped up, so that's cool. Then we have some Last of Us 2 news that I'm actually kind of excited about. I still don't own the game, and I'm not going to buy it for this, but I think Last of Us 2 Remastered is adding a new mode, and I think it's pretty cool. Called No Return, and it's a roguelike survival mode.
Boy, did I think this story was completely different.
Yeah?
Yeah. I was like, now once you buy it, it's yours.
I see why. Yeah, in hindsight, I see why. No
Yeah.
return mode. But,
Yes.
you know, Hitman did a thing like this last year with a roguelike mode that people really liked. And so, maybe this is exactly what they need to give people more game to play in a game they already liked, you know? I know you do, Dart.
Yes. Right there. The sky during the day, and when it's clear, is a shade of blue.
And then, lastly, for announcements, we have Vampire Survivors is adding a new mode as well, and this is called Adventures. And this is also like a roguelike element to it where you'll play through as a character and play through their story. And it seems pretty cool. I'm excited for it. I'm going to make a video on it as soon as I can once it drops. I like this game a lot. I have all the achievements in it on Steam.
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago you wrapped it up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been
Do
waiting
that.
with bated breath for the next content drop.
Okay.
If we didn't have Liza P still ongoing, I would say Friday we would just stream this. But I'm going to check it out before then because I'm not waiting 3 weeks. So
Okay.
I have all 194 achievements, and I got to get them all again whenever the new achievements drop, because I need that blue ribbon. I like it a lot. And that takes us to the news. Our first bit of news is not good news, unfortunately. It did wind up working out mostly in the end, but explicitly, that's not the word I'm looking for. Unexpectedly, that's the word I'm looking for.
Okay.
PlayStation users found themselves over the last week, as in last night, this morning, banned, suspended. Ribbons. Even though they hadn't done anything, most of them at least, they suddenly were completely permanently suspended, according to the message they got from the PlayStation Network, due to violations of the PlayStation Network Terms of Service and User Agreement. That there's still more coming.
Yes, still more coming.
Some people thought at first it was because they played Fortnite or Baldur's
There
Gate.
should be punishment. There should be punishments for playing Fortnite. But.
Right. Some people thought it was because they had used the iOS PlayStation app or the Android PlayStation app. None of these wound up being true because they got their accounts restored the next morning. Overnight, they were fixed. I don't know if this was a bot that had been set loose to ban accounts that have been flagged as cheating or doing something like that, and it just went wild, or was a single line was put in wrong.
It may have been a hack.
It could have been.
Sony it would be very tentative about advertising any hack.
Yeah.
That happened to him after what happened a couple years ago.
Yeah.
4 years ago, I think. 3 years
Something
ago?
close to that, yeah. If they did, Dark, then nobody has reported that. I haven't seen that report anywhere, and this was on a lot of different websites, and I went to each of them to check for all the information. A lot of people had this happen to them. I don't have exact numbers for you, but I know of at least 120 unique different tags that I saw where somebody had linked their tag.
Okay.
But I agree, Dark. But so far, it seems like all the accounts have been restored. They're not getting any reports of people that still have their account suspended. So maybe Remus. Maybe. Hard to say when it comes to Sony.
Depends on who did it.
Well, since you're talking about mysterious disappearances, let's just go into that one. Because that's by far the bigger story when it comes to Sony. Sony is pulling Discovery videos.
Mm-hmm.
And so you may say, well, what's a Discovery video anyway? Why would they be doing this? Their contract with Discovery ended.
Yes.
And so, as usual, they're pulling them down from the store, just like any time a contract ends, right?
Right.
But they're also removing them from people's libraries.
Yes. But you wish you read that end user's license agreement now, huh?
Right?
You own nothing. Well, that's the bigger thing.
Yeah.
That's a bigger thing because I think it goes with the Hallmark. And what was the other one? Not Hallmark.
Discovery, and then it's a huge list.
Yeah.
It is a huge list.
Yeah, nope. That contract's up. But Sony thought they were going to get mad at Disney.
Right.
Probably thinking, hey, everybody's mad enough at Disney now. We can, or a big enough contingent that's mad at Disney, they can maybe shift the blame. But no.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, Remus, that is the truth. It is. They had the ability to do this because you told them that they could. It doesn't make it okay, but it does make it legally all right.
Yeah. Well, it's like an NDA. Okay. At the end of the day, if you really want to push it and can, an NDA means nothing.
Yeah, as has been proven many times.
Yes, NDA means nothing. But see, that would be the whole thing to get recompense
Yeah.
for what they've done. Is you would have to pretty much, you'd have to read EULA,
Yeah.
have your lawyer read EULA, and have the money to pay. And besides, if you're not Japanese, probably not gonna have much luck in court there.
Yeah. Good luck.
So, but Sony is another. Ever since, like, Sony was on top of it, was another company that's done it, right?
Yep.
So Sony was on top of the world.
Yep.
Could have sunk everybody with this PS2.
Yeah. Absolutely.
With the PS2, and they're the biggest trip up, for them. In my knowledge, like up to that time, was how they did the PS3.
Yeah. The PS3 for sure.
And it really, really hurt them.
Yep.
And then that's exactly right. You wouldn't like 3D print a car, would you? Well, yeah, if I could.
Yeah. 100%.
I think you may enjoy some of that. The guy was talking about pirate software.
Yeah.
Some of his stuff, because he talks about pirating, and he talks about some of the causes of pirating.
Yeah.
Pirating. One of them being, like I said, I think it was Undertale that he worked on. But so their biggest percentage they had of pirating was in Brazil.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Huge. It was terrible in Brazil. So he got to looking into it. That is, and that guy brings that up. It's not available in their country. They will pirate it.
Yep. And why would you feel bad about it?
Right. It's not available to them. So, but what he was doing and looking at conversion rates and things like that, and realized that the price point for the game was really high for anybody in Brazil. And so I don't remember how he ran it like a percentage off. I always said it as like giving a sale on it, so it was like permanently on sale. Yeah, their pirating went from like 90% of the people playing the game to almost nothing.
Yeah,
simply because he made it affordable there.
Yeah,
and that was on the person who made the game. They prevented a lot of pirating. Actually, brought up sales on it. And obviously, from the way it looks, people who had pirated the game with the new price point bought the official version.
Right.
Ended up buying that. So it was something he could do on his end.
Yeah.
That fixed the big issue.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, I don't like to know who's like, yeah, let's sue people for pirating all games. Yeah. A lot of our laws don't work in this new world as far as goes copywriting and stuff. Like having 86 years on copyright for, like that's what Disney has with Mickey Mouse. I think it's 86, 84, something like that. It's hard to argue that same premise, or it seems so for me, hard to argue that same premise into the digital world. Where it's not, you no longer have, after you've got the game made and it's been out, you don't have production cost anymore.
Right.
In the digital, you don't have to make a box, you don't have to make a cartridge, disc, whatever. You don't have production anymore. The copyright for when that stuff should go free to the public domain. For that word, public domain. For digital stuff, I think it should be shorter.
Yeah, I agree. Well, it just depends too, right? I mean, like WinRAR is a software that I would never pay for because you give me the full version for free on your website, as I can just download that from you. Why would I pay you for it then when I have the full functionality of the thing when you give it to me?
For a couple other features that you would need if you were packaging software and selling it.
Right. But then I look at stuff like, hey, Kamen Rider series. If I had the capability to buy them here, I would. Yeah. But I don't. Yeah. So I have no qualms about finding them online.
Right.
Or there was a time in my life when, hey, just to be able to watch television, I can't afford a subscription to Netflix. You know, I want to watch my shows.
Are you fixing to go? Do we get a VPN sponsor or something? What are you doing?
No, I wish. That's why
Let's do that.
NordVPN. No, it just
Oh my
it really aggravates me when stuff like this happens, because you will be the first one, Sony will be the first one to be like, hey, don't pirate our stuff. But then they're the first ones to take it away from you. Like, well, then it's not theft if I already purchased it.
Right. Now this is a and like Microsoft would be in court right now if they did this.
Yeah.
Right. It's the way everything's set up, Microsoft would be in court right now. This doesn't fall under Sony's USA division,
Right.
which is just basically marketing.
They won't. The cowards.
But I don't know, man. It's just, at the end of the day, it is a rotten thing to do. And the fact is, it may not be 100% on Sony.
Right.
Because remember that contract was with Disney.
Yeah.
And Disney stock. And there is a hostile takeover coming in the boardroom of Disney. Going on right now. Going through that, so it may have something on the back of that end.
Could be. But either way, it sucks for the end user for sure.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, they do that. They got, remember here at least here in the United States, they've got dadgummit.
Why did it delete that? It didn't even give me the option to approve it. It just deleted it.
Apparently it's got something against freemovie.com.
Guess so.
It does. It has, it smacks of it, right? Smacks of fraud. And I guarantee they have the highest price lawyers they can get doing everything they can to just dance along that line.
Yeah.
Of getting it, you know.
Put an extra space between the dot and the com next time, remodel. Fine.
Okay.
All right. Well, there you go. There you go. Well, let's move into our final story, which is one that you keyed me into. This is Bethesda's verified creator program.
Yes. So, which I believe is coming about because they desperately need people to make mods for Starfield.
Yeah, right.
Fair enough.
That's fair.
I think I was the one that said it. Call it out.
That's fair.
Good call. Good call.
Thank you, Dark. So yeah, basically, I had seen part of this story and dismissed it because of bad journalism, which made me do bad journalism because I didn't look it all the way through.
All right, pass the blame.
So I guess I'm just as much at fault here. But yeah, originally what I saw was people being like, "Oh, you can make mods in Skyrim now," and it's like, no, I mean, you always could. What are you talking about? They just updated the store. They didn't just update the Creator Club base. They did do that, but they didn't just do that.
Yeah.
They added a brand new thing that you can opt into called the Bethesda Game Studios Verified Creator Program. And if you're admitted, you can send your content through their official vetting process, and if approved, you can then sell it in the creations menu. And you'll receive a royalty for each creation sold. So they're bringing back what they tried to do in 2015, 2017. But it seems like it's a little bit better made now, because now it's going with, like, the free mods and the paid mods are going to be side by side. So people can pick for themselves if they want to pay, and it's going to be vetted this time as compared to just people can put up a mod that lets you have a dagger for $99. Wasn't that one of them? Something like it gives you a weapon and it was $99.
Yeah, I don't know.
But they do have a pretty strict program here for how to apply for it. You have to have experience modding Bethesda Game Studios games or a willingness to learn. You have to have a portfolio of work for review, the latest version of the Creation Kit available on Steam, a Bethesda.net account linked to an Xbox account, multi-factor authentication enabled on your Bethesda.net account, and an internet connection for updating your game, connecting to Bethesda.net, and uploading creations. Once you have all those, you can apply, and if accepted, they will enroll you through the Microsoft Partner Center, receive payment for your creation. Cool stuff.
Yes.
I am not against
Yes.
mod makers getting money for their work.
No, not at all. Not at all. Especially if they go smart about it. If they go smart about it, the ones they verify, they don't have a ridiculous price tag on it, and the good percentage goes to whoever put that together.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feeling same here, Dark. It's kind of the point. It's long if the modder's getting paid, then okay.
Yeah, it's probably going to happen at some point, Remos, but yeah, it's a two-edged sword, right? Because for them to do this where the mod creator can get paid, they have to take a cut or they're never going to do it. But also,
right,
there is no structure built into consoles to allow a modder to just link a donation page that you can go to, or like a Ko-Fi and throw them a bit of money, like you could with like Nexus mods or Steam mods, where you can go in the workshop to the modder's page and go to their Ko-Fi and throw them some money.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, do that. I think they could do it on Xbox. I really think they could do it. That I'm not, because that's what I play on is the Xbox X.
Yeah,
and I kind of see that, but yeah, because see, a lot of mods. Hey, appreciate you putting in the work. That's not worth paying for.
Yeah.
Dark. Hey, it's fun for me to play unlimited ammo. That's not really a mod worth paying
Yeah.
for.
Do not recite to me the old lore, Dark. I was there when it was written.
But there are mods that, like, that's they're almost as big as like some of the DLC.
Yeah.
That they have for stuff, and that takes a lot of work.
Yeah.
They were trying to work out some kind of thing with the what was it called? Sky Oblivion.
Yeah.
And them getting paid. It's knowing Bethesda, I'm probably not going to be happy with the end result.
Right.
Because they're going to be more worried about making their stockholders happy, than they are their customer. It's Lale.
So I don't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry. I was going to answer Dark. The reason why it was bad originally is because you had to opt in as the modder, whether you were going to put a price on there or not, and then there was no regulation on what price you could set. So the modder got to set whatever price they wanted, and Bethesda got a cut of it in the original version of it back in 2015. And it was
they
chaos.
Verified.
Right.
Yeah, they were not verified in any form or fashion.
You could pay for a mod, and it would just break your game. And
yeah.
The creator program that they launched later was much better because everything that was on there that was paid, they looked through and they approved, and everything else was still free.
No, exactly. I mean, I definitely see the argument you're making through this. But the seems to be set up. It does seem to be set up a little bit different. It does seem like they've taken a couple extra steps.
Right.
Like I said, but it may still be crap.
Yeah, it could absolutely blow up in their face again. It did once before. It absolutely could do it again.
I mean, the way that I would like them to do it if they were doing this is if you want the mod that's been verified and they've gone through all their steps, you pay like $1 for it.
Yeah.
And at least like 90 cents goes to the person who made it.
Yeah, I agree.
Download. That wouldn't.
Or just give the
Yeah.
option to donate to the creator when you find a mod that you
Yeah.
like.
Yeah, that would probably be the best option. But see, they do have a little bit of a leg to stand on. It is their platform.
Their
It's their
engine, right?
software. They built the engine themselves. There was a lot of people but put work in, crunched, and spent time doing that, getting the engine together. They do have a little bit of a leg to stand on.
Yeah.
I mean, preferably, it would just be the Wild West, and but you take your chance and can just reset it. But
Yeah. On PC, absolutely, Dark. The problem is on console, where you can't just go to Nexus Mods and download the mod and donate to them there.
yeah, also because you're very, very limited on consoles of what mods you can use due to all kinds of restrictions.
And especially the fact that I don't think either Microsoft or Sony have allowed a game to just link to a website unless it is specifically that game's website.
Yes, they do come from there. There's a port over, and see that's the software too for it to run on Xbox. But you also have a lot longer list of requirements for the mods and type of content.
Yeah.
You can have on the console. Like you could have some just it it did 95% of it at least. It does. It does, especially in size. You can put a lot more on Xbox, but you're still very limited in like what your content can be. You're very censored. And on the PC, you can't add any outside assets. You have to use everything. Very strict on PlayStation side.
When you gave me this list that is destroyed, I just dug it out of my trash can. The list of mods, that was all PC mods. You specifically didn't put Xbox mods on there.
Yes.
And so when I got a 3-page list, I knew without question it was PC because there's no way that's going to be console. Put this back in the trash can now.
You can't support everything because the mod has to have the resources. Yeah. Someone's very strict on their mods for that. And compared to, like I said, if you got what you can do with those games on PC mod wise, I mean, completely different environments, everything, completely changed up the game.
Yeah,
you can't pull that off on any console
for sure.
I don't know. We'll see how it turns out, and see if well, it will. You can on the Xbox. The Xbox, they have mods that you can use. There's a few different mods you can use that don't have assets from the game. The assets, yes, yeah, on the Xbox, but you can't on
PlayStation.
Sony, but you can't have anything they deem dirty. You got to be careful with what language you put in there. I think they have restrictions on how much you can do, like voice. Where you're right, yes, that's very true. But yeah, you can have outside assets for the Xbox. You cannot for the PlayStation.
Okay then. All right. Well, talking about mods real quick before we move on. I just remembered it and didn't want to skip it. I've been seeing a lot of Armored Core mods put into Elden Ring because they run on the same engine. And so getting to see like full size MTs and stuff in Elden Ring is hilarious. That's true, Remus.
Yes.
You ready to throw it over to your corner?
Are we there already?
Yeah.
All right. There's
some cool stuff in the Fallout 4 one that I've seen that you showed me.
Yeah. Same thing. Fair enough. Going through that. All right. So as you know, I'm going to start this off with a happy birthday, which I remember that I said back to the X-Files
Yeah.
thing you talked about earlier. So first one, we'll say happy birthday to Frankie Muniz. We may remember I had that little bitty TV show, before Home Dude became a drug dealer. Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah.
Yes. So I'm sure he is reading scripts. I don't know anything that else he's done. I feel kind of bad. I like Malcolm in the Middle a lot, but now I can't. I don't know. He's working on a new project and can't be with us tonight. I'm sure he'll catch up later.
Yeah.
But when he does, happy birthday to him. But okay, so you remember the intro on Malcolm in the Middle? Yes, no,
Yeah.
maybe. I don't. Okay, so and it had clips from shows and all kinds of stuff, right? Going through there on that, and there's one clip in there of a guy skiing, going off a thing. I think he's like on fire.
Yeah.
It's just a second in there. Nobody has been able to find out where that clip comes from.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's kind of like the song in the
Yeah.
X-Files.
That's cool.
Everybody's like, it seems like I've seen that somewhere. Nobody can find that one. Why?
Okay.
Or at least last time, a YouTube video came up about it a few months ago.
Lined up in a lost media collection somewhere.
Yeah. It's from somewhere. Like all the other clips, it's like, this is from this, not
Yeah.
that one.
Okay.
Don't know where it comes from.
Very cool.
All right. So, a news story for you. We got to keep up with important things that are happening in the world. So, in Queens, in New York.
What's agent?
No. All right. So in Queens, Queens on September 14th, 2022, 3 masked men get out of a Mazda and enter a tobacco shop. 2 of the men point guns at the employees and customers, holding everyone hostage, while the third goes through and empties the cash register, grabs a bunch of merchandise, gets cell phones from people and takes it. And then they all fled in the Mazda. Well, they were all masked. There's no identifying marks they really have from this Mazda car. They kept going over, trying to figure out, what they're going to do. They started going very deeply over security footage to see, the law enforcement did to see, they could really pick something out. And it turns out they found a way to identify one of the suspects.
Okay.
He had some very colorful underwear that were sticking up over his trousers that he had kind of low hung to that. And they had a letter on them, a large R.
Oh no.
And
monogrammed?
Yeah. Had a large R. I don't say they're monogrammed. I'm just saying it had a large R on it, and it had a big yellow 1990 across it. And so they
arrested Richie Rich.
No. So they put out a no, he's got money. He'll never get arrested.
That's true.
So they put out this image of the underwear, which gets a call from an anonymous tipster who passes along the Instagram handle of the suspect with the fancy underwear. Yeah. And they were helped them identify the guy because, no mask on Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah. Made very, very easy to identify. Now the 30-year-old man was arrested like last Wednesday at his home by the New York Police Department, Bureau of the ATF, and probably way more in law enforcement than needed. But that's a whole other discussion. The he is waiting arraignment in federal court, but they got away with it for a year. They have not found the other two
I was
suspects.
going to ask.
They can't identify him. They don't know. You know, this guy's don't turn on him.
Right.
Don't roll on him.
Yeah.
You messed up. You know. I'm not saying he won't. Not saying he will. I don't know if he's gonna pull a Tekashi 6ix9ine or whatever. Start singing like a bird. But yeah, this took a year. And the thing is, this man would have never been caught. They would have got away with it completely scot-free if he'd have pulled up his pants. So if you're going to commit a felony, pull up your pants. Do that. But I you know, that's some hardcore. Yes, he would. Got his pants down. Exactly. Yes, he would.
Didn't want to interrupt you. But Remus, that one got me really good. I contained my laugh, but it got me really good.
Yes, I see. Yeah, if you're gonna, a rule for life, if you're gonna do something stupid, be smart about it.
Yep.
Can't give you any better advice than that, okay?
Yep.
But that was the big drastic news. I know how important to keep up with current events.
Yeah.
And things like that. So,
all right.
I don't know. I don't have the suspect's name. I don't know what the R stand for, or why 2000 and whatever, or 2020, whatever, 2009, whatever was yellow on the pants.
Just his favorite year, maybe. Who knows?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I thought it was going to be a tattoo or something, and then I was like, no, that's not wild enough for a Rugrats corner. Maybe he's gonna have brought a monkey on his shoulder or something. This is way dumber.
There's been people caught because they dropped their wallet and left their license at the scene.
Yeah.
It's true.
Wasn't there a guy? I don't remember the exact bank that they were robbing. But there was a guy that they all had the ski masks on, and he took his mask off to scratch his forehead and then put it back on directly in front of a camera.
Doesn't surprise me. Doesn't surprise me.
People are dumb. I love people. They're so dumb.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
Gotta put the mask up, scratch it. Oh,
yep.
Dude. Come on, man.
He was hot, man. He was getting hot in there.
Sure it was. I understand how it is. As soon as you get that mask on, that's when your nose starts itching. I get it.
Yep. That's true, Faith. True. Imagine the teller recognized your voice. Oh,
what are you doing?
I love it when they fall through the roof. There was one I saw the other day of a lady that was trying to rob a gas station.
Yes.
And she fell through the roof, and the guy working there just looks at her, and she just drops her pants and runs. Why?
I don't know. Distraction.
I guess so. Oh.
Yeah. Criminals are dumb.
Yep.
Because when criminals aren't dumb, they don't get caught.
Yeah. He knows.
There's so many at gas stations, yes.
All right. Well, you ready to throw it to outro and plugs then?
Some guy breaks their glass door, robs the place. Yes. I saw that one too.
Why? Oh, that is true. That is true, Will.
There is one, and I think it comes out of Canada, and it's like the second most Canadian thing I've ever heard of. This guy breaks into, I think it was in Canada. I think this was in Canada. Guy breaks into, he's drunk, kicks in the door. Yeah, I think I see one kind of close to that. Yeah. Or the one where the brick comes back and smacks the guy and knocks him out because
Yeah.
it's bulletproof glass. He throws it hard too. So this guy, drunk, someone home, he wants some cupcakes. Kicks in the glass door, shatters it, breaks into this little cupcake store this lady owns. Goes in. All he steals is like 1 6-pack of cupcakes.
Okay.
About it. Now he's being filmed the whole time, stumbling around.
Yeah.
But he starts looking and realizes there's a mess on the floor. So he cleans up all the broken glass out of the door, gets it all clean, straightened up, and leaves. Finds out, doesn't remember doing this at all. Finds out he did it from like a news report the next day.
Yeah.
Goes to the lady, offers, I'll pay for the door. I'm so sorry. Like apologizes profusely, right? Goes back, pays for the cupcakes, pay for the doors, everything, and she didn't press charges on it.
Okay.
She was heartbroken at first, and at the end of everything, saying, why did he clean up the glass?
Yeah. What
thing? It pays for everything. And there was he's got a very special, this weird looking pair of sunglasses on, but the lady ended up making I don't know if she changed the name of that cupcake flavor that she had, or she made he does need to stop drinking. Good sign, you may need to quit. She named like a cupcake after him or whatever.
That's great.
I think it's a good story. Yeah.
I got one more to give you.
Good.
That I've remembered because of talking about the door and it bouncing off.
Yes.
Guy tries to break into an apartment complex. Gets caught, running from the police. There is a long hallway and the camera's up at the end of the hallway. And in the hallway there are 2 doors. Guy runs up, goes to the first door, can't get in. He starts hitting the door, ramming the door. He goes to the other door, can't get it open, starts ramming the door. Finally, the guy has wore himself out trying to bust these doors open. Cop comes up behind him and just pulls the door, and it opens, and then arrests him.
Yeah. Yes. Oh my gosh.
But he had to show him first. Like, what is wrong with you, man? Just.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's my plug. Is you should go watch Robber Fails on YouTube. They're incredible. Yeah, it's such a good video, Dark. The cop pulls the door open, and you can just see the guy's life leave his body. He's like, oh.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it turns out.
Yeah. Did you know?
Yeah. Do you have any plugs, good sir?
I talked about everything. I had the pirate software. There's some interesting stuff he talks about, and they're just shorts. I really wish I could remember the name of the other guy, because those are just nice, pleasant videos.
Yeah.
I think if I have anything else. Right. We'll pause the video from time to time.
Yeah. We'll set up a watch together
and make fun of everybody that's on the screen.
Because we're not Sniper Wolf. That's true. Yeah, we're not Sniper Wolf.
Oh, that chick. Oh my gosh.
I make it a habit not to talk about drama during the podcast, right? But that one's like, that's not drama. That's just stupid.
Yeah, she looks like what's that name? Brett, whatever, that conservative chick. Looks like her with a bee allergy.
Yeah.
She's yeah, that's a whole thing. Not cool with doxing on any level.
Right. Yeah. I do think things through, just not while I'm live. And not when I probably should. But,
Well, a lot of people like to think about things. Not many people think through things.
It's very true.
Yeah, technically.
Yeah.
Technically.
I just, look, if she showed up at my house, I don't think she would want, because there are dogs here.
Look, I just got through talking about doxing dark.
No, it's just it's what she did's not cool. It's super dumb,
No.
and the fact that she was able to get away with it somehow is even more dumb.
And, it just keeps getting worse. I would hope.
Yeah.
Do that.
Well, go
There's
ahead.
a couple of places to look. It might take a while.
Yeah, it's a pretty, kind of a big place. You should go to Dallas. Check out that ruined mall. Seriously, though, go check out The Oldest View. It's a really good short movie.
No, YouTube plays favorites. There's
Yeah,
no way.
absolutely.
There's no doubt about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, YouTube definitely plays favorites.
Yeah, and we're not one of
But
them.
no. No offense, Troy. We don't make money for YouTube.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, that's true.
Yeah. And the that's like it or not, that's what makes the world go round.
Yep. I know we're about to wrap up. We'll be back tomorrow with Relicta.
Yes.
See how much more of that still remains.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll be back Thursday with the Game Awards. That one will be an early show. We'll be starting at 6:30 instead of 7, so 30 minutes before our normal time. The actual stream is going to start at 6:15, but it's going to be a countdown. We might start a couple minutes earlier than 6:30, but we don't need to be there for the full 15 minutes of countdown unless we just want to talk for 15. For the Game Awards, yes. And then Friday, we're going to do another long stream in Liza P, trying to see how much more of that we got. So,
Right on. Excellent. Yes.
Look,
I'll take my chance tomorrow.
I don't know if I want to take that bet or not because I think he might do it.
No, they can't. No, they can't. And look, if you're successful and mega successful, I almost believe you have to have some level of sleaze.
Yeah.
Rare would be the exception to that rule. Very rare.
10 pounds is $12 in Americanese? No, thank you.
Yes.
I'm not going to take that deal. You know how much Dr. Pepper I can buy for $12? I can get a subscription to NordVPN, and you can too if you follow the link in the.
You can get us sued.
We're going to go. But until next time, I have been Trey.
I've been wrong.
And this has been the Full Spectrum Podcast. Remember to always enjoy the full spectrum. Life has to offer.
Hurry up, Rundgren.